So what's going on with me is that my annual sinus infection has returned.
What do you mean your annual sinus infection?
Well, that's the story I need to step out of. That this used to be a regular thing, and then it became an irregular thing.
Okay.
And and I'm working on making it not become a lung infection that puts me in bed or hospital for a week. But I'm also I've been working since yesterday on the whole, why is it I need this? And it's funny because I've had your voice in my head since I started working on it. And I'm like, all right, what is the story? And it's funny because my attitude is, what's the story this time? Like,
So what is
yeah.
What is the story this time?
That's what I've been having trouble nailing down.
Okay.
This is like, I don't need this. This doesn't benefit me.
Well, that didn't come up as true.
I slept like terribly, and how is that not true? What benefit does having a sinus infection bring me?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happens when you have the sinus infection other than the infection itself? How does it affect your life?
I sleep terribly. I went to the munch last night and took meds so I wasn't sniffling all night, and then ate vegetables and tea because those are things that reduce phlegm for me. And I mean, it meant I didn't drink alcohol, so the bar bill was cheaper. That was fine.
Cool. Do you need to eat healthier?
That is actually something that I've been thinking about, yes.
Okay.
I feel like I can achieve that without the sinus infection.
Yes, it's not coming up as true either.
Oh, okay.
So the belief that this is a good way to force you to eat healthier. Oh my gosh. Are you willing to destroy?
Yeah. Yes, that can go.
The belief that you need to enforce discipline in order to eat healthier. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes. It's funny, I expected that to be a big coughing shift, and it was barely a yawn.
Just a yawn.
Still a yawn. I'll take a yawn. Yawn is fine. Telling the universe it can shift. Yes, waking up without the aches and pains of sleeping in totally the wrong position because it's good to drain the sinuses out of my body instead of into my lungs.
Ew.
So I'm prone, had past tense, been prone to lung infection. And if I get this curtailed in the start, then I avoid the lung infection.
Oh, so truth, do you need a yearly clean out?
Stepping out of that story.
Okay.
I used to, when this first started,
Yeah.
It was every October 5th. It was the only entry in my medical record, and it was on October the 5th each year. And the second year, the physician said, October the 5th last year, you came in and you gave the same symptoms in the same order and on the same date. So I gave a prescription. Did it work? And I'm like, yeah, it worked. He says, fine, I'm doing it again. Nice. And for every October, it was my only 1 year entry in my medical log. Wow. And then I stepped out of that, and it became multiple times a year and on a irregular schedule. And then for the last few years, it hasn't occurred. And I was like, I like that. So I'm less clear about why it's come to visit right now. But it is true that I've been thinking that I'm carrying more weight than I would like. And part two is around my Nagong group and how I've totally lost interest. They have a annual retreat in Sweden, and I keep trying to get to go, and there are blocks that don't let me register. And then I was running a mailing list meetup group here in the city, and then I found out that the main person who was the only one who came out to that, he and another fellow started another group, ran all last summer, and chose to never tell me.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, well, the one guy chose to never tell me, and the other guy, he has this air of, while I'm speaking to him, he will tolerate me, and never, like, he made a recording of the classes, and I said, we should swap recordings. And he says, yes, sure, but it's not the energy of truth, and he never follows through.
Okay.
And so it's brought me to this place of, I'm less interested in doing any of the work or any of the daily stretches that I was in the habit of doing every day, and less interested in doing anything with the group. And I'm like, what the hell is that about? Because I liked what it was doing for me.
Okay. I'm kind of confused, though. If we segued into something else, or is this still about you getting sick?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if the two are related.
Ah, okay.
Because this is the second big thing that's been weighing on my head, that I haven't been doing my daily stretches, and I haven't been doing my daily Nagong. And I keep telling people the best Nagong Qigong practice to do is the one you do every day.
Okay.
And since I don't do one every day, I'm feeling rather badly about.
Oh, so if you don't do it every day, will you get sick?
Well, that's totally possible.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of that story?
Let's step out of that story.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of resistance there.
Just a bit.
No movement, just resistance. That's cool.
Okay then, universe. I get the message. This can just happen.
So the story that you need to punish yourself for not doing your Nagong every day, are you willing to destroy it?
Yes.
And the story that if your body isn't at its healthiest state, its ideal weight, eating all the right things all the time, then you're going to get sick. Are you willing to step out of that?
Yes.
Better or worse, same or different?
Different. Thank you.
Welcome.
So Mark and I realized that we're at a month of me being pain-free.
Yay!
Which is awesome.
Yay. However,
Which is also a but.
But the medication that I have for my pain, I haven't completely stopped using because I've been making up other excuses to use it.
Okay.
And I need to step out of the story that I have any use for it because my body doesn't like it.
Huh.
But there's part of me that's obviously liking it because I'm doing it to myself. So
what are the other excuses?
it will help my appetite. It will help me sleep. It will calm me down. It will.
Okay. So the stories that you need medication to help your appetite, help you sleep, and calm you down, are you willing to step out of that?
Yes.
So weird. There it goes.
I've been letting myself flip-flop on it, and it's been frustrating me because I wake up one morning and I'm like, I'm good, I don't need to touch it, I'm not going to touch it, and then I find a reason, or I give myself a reason.
Okay. Okay. So are you strong enough to take care of yourself without any assistance?
I want it to be a yes, but I don't know if that's honest.
Okay. So the belief that you aren't strong enough, that you don't have the potency to take care of yourself and change your own life, are you willing to destroy that?
Yes. Because I want to change my life.
Ooh. Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wow. How was that hiding?
That was a big one.
Uh-huh. Considering.
What was that?
I said I'm considering.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously I've made awesome changes in my life, but obviously I can stronger than I ever thought I was. Yes.
Want to make more changes? We're going into a month of change.
Mm-hmm. I can even say the topic now. It's embracing change.
Yay!
So, wow.
Yeah, the emails have already started. So. No one.
Still February.
I know. No one pays attention to the first of the month thing anymore. Okay, how are you feeling?
Better.
Good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, anyway, it's cool. Everybody, don't forget to listen to Shiraz's radio show. You can call in. It's really cool. It's fun. Okay, so you know how I'm in this program to become a sex, love, and relationship coach. And I think the practices in the program is definitely going outside my comfort zone. And I feel like my sex drive has gone into resistance. And I would like some insight or assistance in more allowance with all the changes that are happening to just go ahead and happen, and I don't have to tuck parts of myself away and hide.
Okay. What parts do you have to tuck away?
The expectations that it's like instead of just allowing myself to have amazing sex, now I feel like pressured or obligated or got to prove something or just resistance.
Okay. So the belief that as you become an expert in a subject, your performance has to be perfect every time. Ouch. Are you willing to destroy
Yeah.
The belief that as you learn techniques, you must use them every time. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oof. The belief that as an expert, to be able to have amazing sex, you must follow the rules and make it very formulaic. Are you willing to destroy that?
Sure. Yes.
Ugh. Yeah, you thought there was going to be no energy behind that one, huh?
I had a feeling. It makes no sense to have amazing pleasure possible and available and to be like, no. Like, why would I do that?
Because what's actually coming up is that you've got this available, and then when you start having sex, there's the possibility that someone can say, wow, you know, I thought after learning all that stuff, it would be better.
Really don't feel, my conscious mind really doesn't feel like that's my threat, but okay, I'm open to it.
Because you're putting off some weird energy when I say that. It's not full on resistance, it's just sort of twisting going on inside you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm twisting and like dodging.
Okay. Okay. So are you willing to destroy the need to get sex right?
Yes.
Good. Ooh. Ooh, okay, there's some deep shifting going. All right, how you feeling?
A little better. Still this. Yeah, a little different, a little better, but still a block. It's like the voice that goes, I don't want to. You can't make me.
Is there going to be more judgment around sex?
Sorry?
Is there going to be more judgment around sex now that you're learning more about sex? Ow.
I wasn't conscious of that, but that resonates.
Yeah. Okay. So, so the belief that you need to judge yourself more now that you're learning.
Yeah.
Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes. Yes, I'm a little bit frustrated that the beautiful work I'm doing is everything is resulting in more judgments. That wasn't the plan. It was only less judgments. More fun.
But if you're not in judgment, how can you know you're doing things right?
Bingo.
Yeah. You're willing to destroy the belief that you need to be in judgment to make sure you're doing it right.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
That looked like a cat hairball.
Yeah. A little bit of that Indian deity that does that.
It's actually shifting and getting lighter.
Getting what?
Getting lighter now.
Yeah.
The story that every time you have sex now, it's like another exam. Are you willing to step out of that?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. How you feeling?
Yeah. Definitely lots of stuff shifting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Why are we looking at her ceiling?
Because she's fixing her hair. I'm fixing my other ceiling.
Fun.
We're gonna have a call where everyone looks at ceilings. Twist on the funny hat call.
All right, I can do that.
Is that what we're
The
doing?
funny hat call was awesome.
I love that we did it twice.
All right. Now we're at the top of the hour.
They won't even show us their ceilings.
I know.
Are there energetic magic police on the call yet?
Oh no, we bumped them all.
Hi. Okay, it's been a while.
How's life?
I've been going through a rough time. I mean, I was working doing the Reiki and stuff for a long time. And then I got sick and I couldn't do it.
Oh.
And I'm still kind of struggling with that. I haven't been able to go back to doing treatments for a long time.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what's holding me back or what's seems to be exhausting the hell out of me. I just know that I've been like tired all the time and like no energy.
Okay. Do you want to do Reiki?
I do. I miss it.
Is Reiki too taxing on you?
No.
That's not quite true.
It's more a matter of when it, I mean, I have my own company. It's not going anywhere. Does that make sense?
Well,
I can't seem to get things off the ground no matter how hard I try.
Okay. Well, how does that fit in with you getting sick?
I don't know. I'm guessing getting sick was a big part of why I'm having challenges. But
Are you sick of the business?
I don't think so. I think it's more a matter of I'm very frustrated that nothing's happening.
Okay.
That I feel like I have these almost like limits that are there that just wear me out, so I don't feel like doing anything.
So limits in how many people you can take care of, or limits in how many people you can attract?
Well, I can't seem to attract anybody to my site.
Okay.
And I tried different kinds of advertising too, and like nothing has worked.
So do you want clients?
Well, I mean, I've got a site where I'm selling jewelry as well, like Reiki jewelry and aromatherapy. I've got an aromatherapy line too. But it's like I can't seem to get anybody to go to the site at all. And the sales are like zero.
Do you want people to go to the site?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's not coming up as true.
What?
Not coming up as true. What would happen if the sites did really well and got really busy? How? I didn't like that.
I don't know. I mean,
turn your mic up.
I turn my mic up. No,
It's hard to hear you.
Really?
Yeah,
I second
kinda.
that. I find it very hard to hear Shiraz too.
Yeah, sorry, Shiraz. I agree.
Let me check my sound input. Oh, my mic's almost at 0. How is that?
Much better.
And it's pushing itself back down. That's interesting. Okay, I'll
Maybe you don't actually want to talk to us.
Maybe he doesn't want to be heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what's happening. Is it's adjusting itself as you guys are talking to cut down on the feedback. Hold on, let me get my headset.
Why don't we work on Shiraz and his limiting beliefs?
Very good.
Definitely. Axio headset should just work.
It is almost especially ironic since he put the wrong call numbers out for the Facebook group today. So obviously there's resistance about today's call.
Facebook
Yeah,
and the
maybe he just
website.
doesn't want to
Yeah.
be heard. He doesn't want to do this in actuality.
Enough from you people.
You're teaching us to all.
Okay, here we go. How's that?
Better.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Set line in. Change to built-in microphone. How does that sound? Any different?
It's fine
Yeah,
for me.
It's a little
You sound
better.
fine now. You sound okay.
Okay, as long as I sound okay. All right.
No, I mean, I want my site to take off, but I guess part of me is worried that if things take off really big, that I won't be able to keep up with it.
Yeah, which is why the safest solution is for nothing to happen.
But how do I change that?
Okay. So
I mean, I want to make money. I want to do the spiritual stuff for, like, make a living at it kind of thing.
okay.
I want to have my own company. I want it to work. I have so many great ideas, but it feels like I've got nowhere to go with them.
Okay. So the belief that if things take off with your company, it will be too overwhelming for you. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
The belief that the best way to keep from working too hard is to have no customers. Are you willing to destroy that?
Definitely.
The belief, ooh, sorry, I just lost it there.
The belief that I can't do it.
Can you do it?
I think there's part of me that's scared because that I'm going to get over my head because of my health. And I mean, I was looking at mind movies,
Am I
which I know
frozen or
you're
did
in
I
favor
still-
of. But one thing they were saying is a lot of health problems are caused by the mental beating up of yourself, so to speak.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying.
So
I'm not
what
sure how to
happens
say
is
this.
you get caught in this loop in that if you start to feel like things are too much, you create a health problem. And then once you've created a health problem, you have to watch yourself and monitor your health problem. So then you create other situations. Sorry, not other situations. You prevent the situations that you decided trigger the health problem to come up again. So, and you prevent any situations where you think it might cause a health problem to come up again. So you've made this the focus is I have to do everything to make sure I don't get sick. And then of course your focus is on not getting sick, so you tend to get sick. Because that's where your focus is. It's kind of a weird way. But
Well, I'm trying not to do that.
okay. Okay, so the belief, this is going to sound weird, the belief that you have to do whatever it takes to not get sick, are you willing to destroy that?
Yes. What about the feeling of being burned out all the time and tired?
Okay.
What can I do about that?
What lights you up?
Well, I have lots of energy when I'm teaching.
Okay. So
But I'm teaching a lot more now than I used to.
so then you should have a lot more energy than you used to.
Well, no, because I finish at like 9 o'clock and then I'm like, I don't know, I'm just kind of frazzled, I find.
But when you're teaching, do you have the energy and do you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And then as soon as you're done, you're frazzled?
Well, I feel like I'm craving something constantly and I end up munching all the time, like for a lot. And I don't want to do that, but
Okay. How does that make you frazzled though?
no, just like I don't know what to do next.
After you finish teaching?
Yeah, like I can't make a plan to do anything. Like I said, kind of frazzled.
Do you need to do something right after you finish?
Well, I want to keep going because I wake up really early to teach, and then if I don't do something, that energy seems to convert into like stress eating almost.
Okay.
So if I can keep busy, I don't feel that way.
So why don't you?
But I don't know what to do next
So why don't you teach?
because I teach in China and it's over at that point. They've gone to sleep.
But that doesn't mean you can't teach. That doesn't mean you can't come up with lessons. It doesn't mean you can't make teaching videos. It doesn't mean you can't teach in other ways. You don't have to make just that the way you teach. If teaching,
But I mean, it used to be I would do my teaching and then I'd do my Reiki or networking and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I mean, lately I just don't feel like I can do any of that. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't seem to focus very well.
Do you want to do the networking?
I do. I miss it.
Do you want to do the Reiki?
I do.
Okay, you're more true with the Reiki than the networking.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the Reiki makes me feel better. Like when I do the Reiki, I feel better, but it's like I seem to burn out like sometime in the afternoon because I start really early in the morning.
Okay.
Which makes it very hard to do networking and very hard to do any kind of business type thing because I'm exhausted when most people are up and going.
Okay, so you're on a scheduling conflict here, and I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about belief-wise. So the belief that because you have to get up so early, you are out of sync with all opportunities that are occurring here. Are you willing to destroy that?
What do you mean?
So you said by the time you get to networking, you're burned out.
Well, it just seems like most people do their day from like around 9 to 5 kind of thing, and then the evening. Whereas I'm falling asleep by 8:30.
Yeah. So if you actually look around, there are breakfast networking groups, there are lunch networking groups, there are afternoon networking groups. I go to one that's 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. I think third Friday of every month or something like that. They're all over, but you're focused on what you've decided are the times you're supposed to network. Right?
Well, I mean, I was going to one group every week.
Okay.
From 9 to 11 on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And then the weather got bad and I lost my ride for mobility bus and I couldn't get there.
Okay.
And that was very frustrating.
Okay. So the weather's good. Are you going to go back?
Yes, definitely. But I've got to put everything together now because my business has changed because I haven't done treatments in a long time. I'm just kind of selling online at this point, which nothing's going with. And I don't know what to do next.
Okay.
And I've been invited to join Send Out Cards as a distributor.
Yep.
Plus, my friend wants me to help. I'm helping a friend of mine put together an English course for adults, like teaching English course for adults.
Okay, so you need to get out of what you think you're supposed to do and into what you'd love to do. Right.
What if I'm not sure what that is?
Well, you probably know what it is, but you're blocking it because you're so filled with this place of, I need to get the business going, I need to make money, I need to stop feeling so tired, I need to protect myself. There's like need energy coming off of you. And you want to move into, this is what I love, this is what lights me up, right? And the more you stay in that energy instead of where you're in need, the more you're going to create more things for yourself. Okay, so the belief that this is going to, the phrases just sound so weird, but it's just to get rid of that stuckness. The belief that you need to take care of your needs first and foremost. Ouch. A few people are reacting to that. Are you willing to destroy?
No, not at all.
What?
The belief that you need to take care of your needs first and foremost. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess so.
I don't know. It seems like a weird question just because, I mean, don't you need to take care of your needs to some extent? Or you'll die?
But that's not what I said. I said first and foremost. So you're stuck in need energy. And there are certain things that, okay, you need to eat. You need to breathe. Right? But you're not stuck in this, oh my God, I need to breathe all the time. Oh my, I have to remember to breathe. I need to breathe. You just breathe. Right? But for other things, you're like, I need this. And you're focused on, I need this. And it's causing blocks and it's causing resistance for you. So you have to get into other things the way you are with breathing. If it's time to eat, oh, I'll eat now. I'm just like, it's time to breathe, I'm just going to keep breathing. And then you keep going. So what are the other things that you're just going to do that lights you up, and you stay in that energy that I love to teach. I'm going to keep teaching. I'd love to be doing this. This will light me up. I'm going to start doing more of that. And it seems like, okay, now I'm going to be ignoring those things that I actually need. But when you're stuck in need energy, you create more of the problem that you're saying you're in need for. And we want to shift you out of that.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, before I used to be in this place like, I need money, and where's the money going to come from, and I need it, and how is it going to come, and it's not there fast enough, my bank account's really low. And now it's just, what can I create, what brings me joy, and what kind of value can I give to my clients, and money starts flowing. And sometimes something comes up and there's this huge bill and I watch my bank account go way down, but I don't go into, oh my God, now I need money because that huge bill came up. I went, oh, okay, that happened, but now let's see what we can create and see what that does. And within a couple of days, something shows up and money just starts filling up my bank account because I didn't go into that resistant energy, that need energy. Suddenly I need money. Because when you don't need money, this is the weird thing. When you don't need money, money shows up. When you don't need clients, clients show up, right? It's the craziest, weird way that the universe works, but when you're not in need, there's no resistance, so everything shows up.
So just concentrate on what I want kind of thing instead of what I need.
Concentrate on what lights you up. Right? Concentrate on what's working for you. Concentrate on and put out, you put out the question to the universe, I'd like to have more clients. What can I do to create the clients? But don't get stuck in, oh, what do I do? Just throw it out there. And then things will start to show up. And you'll say, oh, there's a solution, and there's a solution, and there's a solution. I think I'll take this one. Right? In the meantime, you still do what you're doing to bring in whatever income or run the business however you're doing. But instead of going to this panic and frustration and need place, you just sort of keep doing that and say, okay, universe, now how do I do this? How do I grow it? How do I advertise better? How do I whatever? And then just let the answers flow in, and they will. But you just have to acknowledge when they do, recognize them, and say, okay, I'm going to start choosing this now. Make sense? Sort of? Kind of?
So. Not completely.
Okay. So, okay, well, I'm going to leave you with this thing of how can you do more of what lights you up? What's going on, girl?
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so you know my situation, and I'm still in the situation. I don't know, what can I say my struggles are. I found, my ex was here a couple of days before he called me in December.
Mm-hmm.
He was already going to lawyers and doing things and, preparing. And I found out that my son knew about that, and he had specifically lied to me.
Okay.
He wanted me to go on a trip because he wanted the house to be empty. And I don't know if he's conspiring with his dad against me or if it's just his selfish nature. But I don't know if he's spying on me. I don't know what the extent of it is,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been very hurtful. What do you think I can clear around that?
On your son trying to get you out of the house?
Oh, that was in December. He wanted an empty house. He brought his girlfriend over to spend a couple of nights and stuff. That was then. But it's like, I don't know if it's just he's doing things against me on purpose, if he's like working with his dad, or I'm not sure if it's just he's trying to get whatever he can out of this situation.
How old is he?
Oh, he's old.
Okay.
Old enough to not act this way, at least. I mean, he knows the difference between right and wrong. He just thinks nothing is a big deal. Okay. So he specifically lies to me.
Okay. Ooh, there we go.
Like no loyalty at all towards me because his dad's buying him and he likes it.
Okay. Just look at the energy there. So do you feel you can't trust your son at all?
Yes, completely.
Okay. So as long as you're in that belief and in that story, you're going to create evidence for that story. So when it comes to trusting people, what people tend to do is they say, this is how someone behaves, and I want you to behave this way so that I know I can trust you. But people are just going to behave however they want to behave. And so to really get to a place where you're in trust with someone, you have to look at their behavior, look at all the evidence of the behavior and say, this is who they are. And that may not be who you want them to be and how you want them to act, but you have to acknowledge that that's who they are. So then when they do an action and it's not something you like, you could say, well, they were just being who they are. So they haven't broken my trust as to who they are. They're still exactly who they are. Right? So it makes trust work in a different way because now you're trusting them to be themselves all the time.
Okay, so I have to trust them to be a traitor no matter what I've taught him all these years?
You have to acknowledge who he is and how he acts, and you adjust your actions so that you can stay in your happiness and a place where you can be at peace. And if that means changing your relationship with your son, then you might have to change your relationship with your son. But if you're in a place where I've got to get him to act the right way, it's not.
No, I can't do that. Yeah, I know.
Okay. So the belief that you need to figure out a way to change your son's behavior for your own sake, are you willing to destroy that?
Yes. I know I can't change him. It's just very hurtful to know that everything I've taught him has just gone down the drain.
And sometimes that happens, but sometimes people just go through a phase. Right? Sometimes I've seen lots of, when parents separate, I've seen lots of cases where one of the kids gets dazzled by one of the parents because they keep offering themselves, buying them
yes,
stuff.
Exactly.
But
that's the
as
case.
I found with most of the kids, as they get older, they start to realize, wait, this is just a relationship of material things, and the person that really cares about me, I'm ignoring. So sometimes it takes some time. Right?
Perhaps, but it's very hurtful, and he's living with me, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes maybe he's a spy. He's just getting information for his dad because he's giving him things, and it's very disappointing.
It can be.
To say the least. Disappointing is to say the least. It's very hurtful.
Okay. So you can choose to stay in that situation. You can choose to make changes to that situation.
Okay, so how do I change it?
Well, there's a whole bunch of things you can do, but it's like, I don't even know exactly how old your son is, but if he's old enough to support himself and he's betraying in your own home, he doesn't need to stay in your home.
Yes, I actually tried that, but he called his dad and he said, I'm calling him a spy, and I found out that he was lying and blah, 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 blah. And his dad called his lawyer and he said that because he's paying the mortgage, I don't have the right to tell him to leave, and he's going to use it against me, and he's going to do this and that and blah, 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 blah.
Wow, you've created an amazing situation for yourself.
I didn't create it. I mean, am I crazy? Why would I do such a thing? I hate this drama.
First principles, you're creating everything that's going on in your life.
I know, but I refuse to accept it because it's hell.
And that's one of the problems. If you refuse to accept that you're creating it, you're never in a place of power to create something different because it's never your fault. You're the victim.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's one absurd thing after the other. There's one drama after the other. It's like a soap opera. I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. Well, part of you does. Part of you.
No, I don't. I promise.
Okay, I'm going to go back to what I probably had this conversation with you before, but we're going to go through it again. When I was in the middle of my arthritis and I was lying in bed in agony, if someone came up and said, well, Shiraz, you're creating this and part of you loves this, I would have said, just go to hell. I hate this. This is awful. I don't see any reason why I want this in my life. There's no way I could get any benefit out of this, so just screw off, which is where you kind of are right now, or exactly where you are right now. Okay, but then later on, I found out that I had a belief that I had to be responsible for everyone, and the best way to get out of that responsibility was to be in agony, in bed all the time. So that's why I got the arthritis. So when I look back now, I can say, oh, look, I did create all of that, and I got benefit out of all of that. And I can look back and say, okay, that was completely my reality. I take full responsibility for it, but I'm going to shift some beliefs so I don't have to go back into that reality. You are getting benefit from the situation.
Okay, what's my benefit? What's my belief? I want to change it. I don't know what it is. Why would I do this?
If it's always someone else's fault, you get to be a victim.
I hate being a victim, and I try to pull myself out of it, but it just keeps coming back.
So are you willing to acknowledge that you're creating this?
If I have to, okay.
You don't have to.
I'll acknowledge it if I can change it by acknowledging it, yes. I just can't figure out why I would do something like that. It just doesn't make sense. Why so much chaos? I mean, all I want is peace and joy.
Do you like the fact that your husband is the villain?
No.
See, that's not coming up as true.
I don't want a story with a villain and a victim. I don't want to play this game.
Okay. Well, what would happen if, see, there's a certain joy coming out in that you get to say he's a bad guy. You get to say he's a bad guy.
Well, he is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there you get this joy of like being able to say, look at how bad he is and look how he treats me. And so people get a reaction. It's like, you know, that's too bad. And you sort of get a little happiness when you get to tell your story, even if it's to yourself, that you're this victim that's being preyed upon.
Maybe.
We're starting to crack in there now.
Well, the thing is, because he has hurt me over and over again, and he had this fake persona, and he could act in whichever way he wanted, and nobody believed me.
Yeah.
I guess getting people to believe me actually gives me some kind of satisfaction, because before he was such a good actor, no one would believe me, so I would just stop talking.
There you go.
There was no point. Yeah.
Yep. So see that? There's the benefit you're getting for him constantly treating you like this. And if he stops, you can't tell that.
You're right. Oh my God. It's evidence. He's actually showing everyone what kind of person he's been all along. But before he was hiding it, now it's like provable action that he can't deny, and everyone's seeing it. So it is kind of serving me, because now finally everyone's seeing what a monster he's been. But before he was hiding it. Oh my God. Wow, that does make sense.
It does, doesn't it? See how happy you are now?
I'm happy because it makes sense.
Yeah. But you're also getting this.
Not because what's happening.
No, because you're also now tapping to that unconscious energy of why you've been bringing this in. That's that happiness you feel at a subconscious level every time he screws you over, and people can forget.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. It's like finally everyone can see it, because before he could hide it so well. And no one would believe me. So, yeah, okay. I get that.
Okay.
I get that. Okay, how can I fix it?
Okay, so are you willing to destroy the need for him to keep showing everyone how mean he can be to you?
Yes. Times a godzillion.
Are you willing to destroy the need for him to play the part of the villain in your life?
Yes.
And are you willing to destroy the need for him to show how he can influence everyone in your life against you?
Yes. Wow. That is a belief.
Uh-huh.
Because he's told me over and over again that everyone believes me, no one believes you.
Yep.
And I've bought into that belief.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I'm willing to destroy it all.
Okay. How are you feeling?
Happy.
Good.
Wow. That's good. I mean, I couldn't figure this out on my own. Because I wanted to not be a victim, but I couldn't figure out how I kept becoming a victim over and over again.
Okay. Now you've got a better
And I pulled myself out of it, but I kept getting sucked back in because some drama would happen and I would get sucked back in. Yes, I have to let go of this story.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that was great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, girl.
Hey. Okay, so let me just close this. You know what's so weird? I feel as if my psychic, abilities are really starting to, get better. Because I'm like, right before you call my name, I'm like, he's going to call me. I know it. Okay, so anyway, this weekend I attended an EFT course for the second time, and I need to do that in order to get to the next level. And holy shit, I got triggered. It was like one thing after another, after another, after another. It was either working with this particular personality or whether it was like the service at the restaurant and at the hotel where we were doing the course. I was like, oh, like these stupid staff people don't know that if you're going to give people fruits and vegetables, you need to provide forks. If you're going to have people at a table, there should not be, other remnants of breadcrumbs from the other people who were eating on it, as well as just like the different personalities that were there. I just got triggered by like this person and that person and that person. I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? So I just would love to get some clarity behind that.
So do you know how to do events better than everyone else?
Oh. Well, there are definitely some things that I'm like, yep, that could have been better. That could have been better. That could have been better. Yeah.
Okay.
Although I'm not to say that I'm completely confident in putting up my own event, but at least there are some of these things it's like, oh, come on, people. This is common sense, man.
Okay. So the belief that you know better than everyone else. Are you willing to destroy that?
But I don't believe that I know better than everybody else. It's just those certain things. Just certain things. Because it's like, I do need to learn. That's why I'm here for this weekend. Because it's like, oh, cool. Do I want to know more than everybody else and better than everybody else? Yes, that desire is definitely there.
Okay.
At least in... Yeah. Okay, we'll just stop there.
Okay. So your need to show you can do it better. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yeah.
The belief that if they don't know better, you need to find a way to educate them. Are you, ouch, ooh. Are you willing to destroy that?
I will be in so much more pain. I lived without that belief, yeah.
No, and the belief that if you're going to put on an event, you should know all the details on how to put on that event. Are you willing to destroy that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there was this bit too. Oh, that where it's like such triggers, and it was like a pattern. I was like, oh, I hate this. So I was sharing about like certain things that I was doing in my practice that like, you know, made my sessions with clients much more powerful and more effective. That it shocked me, you know, and so there's one incident there, and then another practice session, you know, with somebody else. And it was when the pattern is that, you know, when these people are, so say for instance, I said, oh, when I combined essential oils with EFT tapping, oh my goodness, it was so much more powerful. And then just that lady saying, oh, you should really be careful about essential oils, you know, because blah, 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 blah. And she goes, how do you go about, it wasn't so much that energy, but how do you go about making sure it's the right oil for that person? And then when I told her my method, she's like, oh, okay, then that works, you know. But there's just that, oh, like, why do you feel like it's as if it's like the world doesn't trust me that I know what the fuck I'm doing?
Okay. Do you trust you that you know what the fuck you're doing?
At times I don't, but at times I'm like, no, that worked. Thank you for the validation, you know, now that you found out how I did it, you know. Or like I was working with somebody for a practice session, and I said, okay, so imagine blah, 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 visualize like the, you know, this happening. And she goes, you shouldn't do that to other people. You should give them the choice. And I was like, well, does that work? Yes, you know, thank you. But does that work for you?
Did we just lose her?
I'm so sorry.
How much do you love getting external validation from other people?
Oh, I love it. Totally love it.
Okay.
I'm a words person. You know, 5 love languages? Words is one of mine.
So how much do you love if someone questions what you're doing and then you get to educate them and show them that you are correct and you are in your power?
Oh, I'd rather they not question me. I'd rather they just...
Yeah, that's not coming up true at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather they just trust me. Oh, like then why does it feel so bad? Because like...
You get that initial, oh my God, they don't trust me, but then you get to correct them and show them you're right, they're wrong, and that feels amazing.
No, but it's not as satisfactory as if they were just to like allow me, like it's almost as if like if they were clay, and if like in a say in this case, I mean it's a completely different setting because with this course, it's not like these people are choosing me to be their client. So that's completely different. These people who come in, they're life coaches, they're psychotherapists, they're, you know, all these different title, you know, people with these titles. So yeah, sometimes like they come in with this ego of like, I paid $10,000 for my life coaching training. So obviously I know better than you, you know, or other people, or even the teacher or whatever.
Okay.
So when I'm working with a personality like this, where I said, okay, you know, why don't we visualize ourselves or doing this particular thing? And then it was like this finger pointing, like, you shouldn't ask people to visualize, you know, that. You should give them the choice of what they would like to visualize. And I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, you know, and then I'm like, well, what I asked you to visualize, would that have worked for you? And she said, yes, it would. And so a part of me is just like, oh my God, so just fucking trust me with this process, will you? You know, even though that was a very good and valid learning lesson. But had that not have happened, if she just like allowed herself to be like clay in my hands, to be like, you know what, like, you know, let's just try this out. Does that work for you? That would have felt so much better.
Okay. So the joy you get from correcting experts, are you willing to destroy that?
Yeah.
The need to prove yourself to experts, are you willing to destroy that?
I'm so resistant to that, but
I know. This is what it's all about, though. This is why this is happening. Because you love to prove. You have to prove yourself, and you need to show them that you know what you do. And it's not going to be as big a deal if unless they say, no, you're wrong. And then you go, no, look at it this way. Oh my God, you're right. I'm an expert. You corrected me. You're awesome.
Yeah, then that must mean that I'm awesome. If if I could turn around what you thought and, you went along with what I wanted to go, whatever direction I want to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
yes.
okay. Okay. And just the general need to prove yourself. Are you willing to destroy that? Good. Better or worse, same or different?
Still really resistant. I'm going to have to work on myself with that. But thank you for bringing that awareness up.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I think my issue is in the beginning of February, I jumped out of the place of love because I felt like it wasn't going anywhere. And I felt very sad and very down for a while. So I decided to jump back into it, and now I'm feeling overwhelmed. And the person that I have this attraction to, they send a lot of evidence and confirmation that they're paying attention to me. But I feel like, I don't know if I'm intimidating, but I would prefer them just send me a message as opposed to just confirm things. Like if I said I like sports, they'll post basketballs, and it's like I don't know what it is that I'm resisting, or if I'm causing the blockages, or if this person just isn't ready for me.
Are you ready for them?
Well, I thought I was ready for that 60 million and I didn't get it. So I don't know if I'm ready for anything. I try to blame you for that, Shiraz. I was like, it's because Shiraz bought a ticket, so I wasn't trying to compete with Shiraz. I think that was your fault.
I got to go check that ticket still. Okay.
Somebody won.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so I'm going to ask that again. Are you ready for this person?
Yes.
Something's stirring up in there.
Yeah.
What is that?
Resistance.
Okay. Around what?
I think I'm scared.
There we go.
I think I'm scared because I've never been in love before. So it's like, shit, what does love do to people? I don't want love to make me crazy.
Oh, you're already crazy, so you don't have to worry about that part.
I know, man. Shit.
Let's see. What does love do? Love makes things better. Love causes chemicals to be secreted that makes you healthier and happier. It causes your vibration to shift so more good things show up in your life. It sounds awful, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds really scary.
That sounds scary to you.
I don't have to be in this chaos and drama and fighting. I don't have to do this anymore. Like things could just be easy. Like what is ease? What is that?
You don't want ease then?
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, so why do you love chaos and drama?
Because I don't like to be bored.
Okay. So the belief that the best way not to be bored is to be constantly in chaos and drama. Are you willing to destroy that? It's a big no.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's starting to shift. Not a lot though. Yes. Okay. So what if instead of chaos and drama, although chaos is not necessarily a bad thing, what if instead of all this drama, you got to this place where all this new cool things get created and you have to step into it and, step into these new opportunities and just enjoy them, and new adventures, and go different places, and you can have new things happen with your partner that are full of joy and passion, but not drama. Does that sound better or worse than the chaos and drama you've been living
I could feel the chaos and drama moving around, actually.
in? Okay.
But it does sound better. If
Okay.
it's shifting something right now, it does sound like it's better for me.
There we go. Now it's starting to move. Okay. So I'm going to try to move the first one again. So the belief that you need drama to keep things interesting. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes. See, now I'm getting nervous, Shiraz. Like, I'm moving and stuff now.
Good. Okay. And
I don't know if it's coming out, but I'm getting nervous. I see my hands moving. Like, what the hell? Like,
okay. And
it's a little nerve-wracking.
all the different ways in which you have cross-wired passion with drama, are you willing to destroy that?
Yes, please.
And are you willing to destroy the belief that you need to protect yourself from love?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, how are you feeling? Did we lose her now?
Just so I guess that means good. I think I'm still a little bit scared. I'm feeling, oh man. Oh, okay. He's just moving.
Okay, so how much of that is actually fear and how much is excitement?
I think it's more excitement because I feel hot now.
Okay. All right. Does the fear and excitement?
Shiraz, why did you tell me I was crazy? Now I'm feeling crazy.
Good. Crazy's good.
Okay.
You want to be crazy. Crazy's more fun than normal.
Be in the crazy and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I accepted that I was crazy a long time ago, and it just makes me feel good when I be crazy.
All right.
My son loves when I'm crazy.
Okay. So are you willing to be crazy in this relationship but not try to be normal for the sake of your partner?
Like crazy in love? Sure, why not?
Crazy anyway.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Good. There we go. There, I like that smile. That's much better.
Thanks.
Okay. Cool. Let me unmute you.
Muting me.
There we go. You can talk now.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey. It's been a long time.
It has. How you doing?
Yeah. Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. For me, it's like I think I've set like limitations on my financial ability to earn money. And I just I kind of like to know like why I keep doing that, why I don't feel like I deserve to earn more.
Okay.
Because I work hard and I have like, skills and abilities, but for some reason I just can't seem to, I don't know, I haven't really tried hard lately, but
Okay.
I really want to start, creating more financial abundance.
Okay. Does creating financial abundance mean you have to work even harder? Ouch. Wow. Bunch of people reacting on that one.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Are you willing to destroy that belief?
Yes, absolutely.
When you want to step into a lot of income, a lot of money flow, it's actually stepping out of the hard workplace.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
Okay.
I don't know why I feel like I have to work so hard, maybe to prove myself or something.
Okay. So then are you willing to destroy the belief that you need to prove yourself in order to earn money?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who determines how much money you make?
Well, I guess I have to accept that responsibility.
Okay. And what would happen if you were making twice as much as you're making now? Wow. Ugh.
Did you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
I would, feel very happy and satisfied and much more confident in myself.
It's
much more.
You've got words coming out of your mouth, but I said, how would you feel? And you're like, there was like no joy in the energy whatsoever. And then you're like, but I would feel happy. And you're not even saying it like you're happy. Self-confident. Like,
well, I would feel happy and self-confident. Yeah.
Well, now you can fake it. That's great. But think about the energy you just went into when I said make twice the money you're making. It wasn't this energy of joy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's wrong with making twice as much as you're making now?
Well, I guess just the ability to support myself.
Mm-hmm. Why is that making twice as much? Why does that make that a problem?
I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Well, I'm just trying, like, logically, okay, if I make twice as much, that's going to affect the ability to support myself, and you seem to think that's a bad thing?
No, I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
So I asked, what's the problem with making twice as much?
What is the problem? What's the problem?
If you were making twice as much now, did you earn it?
Well, I would think that I would earn it. I don't know why. Why am I so resistant to that?
Okay, but not that you would earn it. If you were suddenly making twice as much now, do you feel do you feel that you've earned it?
Yeah.
So the belief that you cannot make more money until you're absolutely sure you've earned it. Are you willing to destroy that?
Absolutely.
Does having more money cause more problems?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so that's not coming up as true either. And you can just see the way you're answering it too.
Why would it cause more problems? I don't know.
There's a lot of reasons people think money causes problems.
Ah,
So you make more money, and then suddenly everyone wants some of the money. You make more money, and suddenly you're buying things you don't need or can't really afford because you've got this false sense. There's a whole bunch of things that pop up for people. So
maybe I think I'm going to waste it again.
there we go. That's coming up. So the belief that you need to minimize your money flow to a point where you're sure you won't waste any of it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Are you willing to destroy that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Whew. Oh, how does that feel?
Yeah, that's looking better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I have to clear up on that?
Probably, but money's a big topic. So, okay. So the belief that you cannot be responsible with your money.
Yes.
Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
And we'll go back to the original one. The belief that the more money you make, the more problems you'll have. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
Okay. You feeling better, worse, same, or different?
I'm feeling a lot better.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. No, kind of about what you were saying before about being in the what lights me up kind of thing.
Yep.
So if I kind of work on being more creative instead of working on being what makes the money, what makes things what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
How do can you help me with clearing that, I guess?
But that's
Does that make sense?
That's an action you need to take.
Okay, because you said, am I willing to destroy putting the needs first or something?
Putting all your needs first and foremost.
Okay, yes, I want to try to do that.
Okay. So the belief that you need to be in the energy of need. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
The belief that if you're not focused on your needs, then everything will go wrong. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So so keep doing whatever you're doing to bring in the money you're making, but get more into this energy of what's going to light me up and what can I create and what can I do to give value to the people I'm working with. And make that a fun, don't make it a frustrating thing, make it a fun thing and play with it and see what starts to show up.
What about the needing money and stuff like that, moving more towards bringing it in, I guess?
Well,
this
is the thing, when you do have money coming in, right?
Not a lot.
Okay. But then you still have to acknowledge, I do have money coming in, and be thankful that you have money coming in. And still do things to create money coming in, but don't get so hung up on it's not enough, it's not a lot, because then you're saying out to the universe, it's not enough, it's not a lot, and the universe says, okay, that's the reality she wants to live in, so we have to create more of that. Okay? Universe sucks that way. Right? So
basically,
right. And this is, I know this from experience, because when I was at one of my lowest points, there was no money. I was using credit card to pay credit card to get by. And I finally got to that point where this is the last time I can use a credit card to pay a credit card, because then they're both done. And there was no money coming in. And I was freaking out. And I finally just said, screw it. You know what? Universe, whatever you want to let happen, happen. I'm just going to go along for the ride, because I've done everything I can. I have no more options as far as I can see. And there was just this relief when I just let it go, when I stopped worrying about it, when I just said, it's just, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And within 2 days of me getting to that energy and staying in that energy, I get a phone call, I get a job. It's $90K plus big bonuses, so it picks up to 6 figures. And it was just like, wow, as soon as I released that anxiety, that need, all that negative energy, everything opened up. And it was great, because that made it so clear to me how it works. As long as I was in that frustration, that lack, that need, nothing was going to open up. And this is why I'm telling you. So
basically,
you got to get out of that.
Let it go.
Let it go. Focus on what lights you up.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.